Alright, now for Bennet's artifacts. So the best artifacts for Bennet would be the 4-piece Noblesse Obliged. So you would mainly want to use this artifact for the 4-piece set, which is using an elemental burst increases all party members' attack by 20% for 12 seconds. So this artifact set is pretty good paired up with Bennet's burst talent, since it does give us an additional 20% attack. So yeah, overall this artifact is pretty good for Bennet. Alright, so now for the main stats. On the sands, you would want him to have HP percent. On the goblet, you would want HP percent. And on the circlet, you would want healing bonus. And the reason for this is because Bennet's burst scales with HP. So that's why you would want HP percent on the goblet and the sands. As for the circlet, healing bonus will do. Now there are 3 best artifacts for Bennet. First one being the 4-piece Noblesse Obliged. The second best would be the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. And the third best would be the 2-piece Crimson Witch and the 2-piece Noblesse Obliged. Now, if you are a new player to Genshin and you don't have access to 5-star weapons yet, then I would recommend the 4-star artifact, which is the Instructor artifact set. Now the 3 best weapons for Bennet would be, one would be the Mistsplitter Reforged, second would be the Aquila Fobonia, and third would be the Sacrificial Sword. Now with Bennet, with his weapon, you want to make sure to get the highest base attack weapon there is, because as you can see here, Bennet's attack bonus or attack buff is based on Bennett's base attack. So it is this white number over here, 592 base attack. 394 attack does not count, so it is mainly his base attack over here, this white number. So ideally, the weapon you would want to have is the highest base attack weapon, like the Aquila Fobonia for example. It has a pretty high base attack. Get the highest base attack weapon for Bennet, max out his character level to max out his attack as well. But weapons like the Favonius Sword is also good for Bennet, since it has that energy recharge over there. Now if you don't have any of those weapons, the best free-to-play 4-star weapon would be the Prototype Rancor right over here. So you can basically craft this weapon multiple times if you get the billets. So with his talents, you only want to prioritize his burst. Second to that would be his elemental skill. Now you don't really need to level up his normal attacks that much. You can only level this up, I guess, if you want to make him a main DPS. But the best use for Bennet is mainly a support, so you don't really want to make him a main DPS. Now as for the constellations, you would only want to get him to C5. I would be careful when it comes to C6ing him. C6ing? Is that a word? So I would be careful when it comes to his C6, because as you can see here, Sword, Claymore, or pole arm wielding characters inside the Fantastic Voyage, which is his burst, will gain a 15% pyro damage bonus. That's good and all, but this is the downside. You see, their weapons get infused with pyro. So basically, C6 Bennet would not be good for physical main DPSs like Eula for example, or let's say Razer. So if you have a lot of physical main DPS characters, I would advise from getting him to C6, just saying. Now for our team comp, we have Bennet over here alongside with Diluc, and since they are both pyro, we will get the double pyro resonance as well. Beidou here for consistent electro damage, and Xingqiu for consistent hydro damage. So overall, this is a pretty good team, with 3 of them being the support and 1 of them being the main damage dealer or the main DPS. Alright, so we're just gonna kill this Ruin Guard over here. I'm gonna sneak up on this Ruin Guard right here. Alright. Just hit him with the dealer first.
Flames, purge!
No, Mike, not good. Witness the power of Gugwa. Power that ended livestock. Teamwork is dreamwork.
That's how it's done. The Ruin Guard died so easily.